Welcome back to Liberty Tree Gaming. We are in Sigismund's camp, right next to this cannon that our ultimate goal is to steal. But in order to do that, we have to get it out of here. It's obviously too heavy for us to just pick up and throw on our horse and ride off with. So we're going to have to do something about that. And in doing that, we've run into an issue in that Musa has been framed for murdering Chertan, the commander of the Cumans. And we've done some investigation, and we think we know who it is. Crow seems to have been the one that did it because he was trying to blow up the cannon. And he's tried to frame it on, what's his name? Grozov. So, the executioner is here, and we've got to go talk to him, have a trial. So, that's what we're going to do. Hopefully we can get this done. This is him, huh? Well, I'll tell you, I'm stressed, and we just hit 30, so that's our perk point, our last one for drinking. And that is here. What are we gonna get? The Druk's Luck. So, plus to thievery while drunk. Wonderful. All right, Mutt, let's do it. Let's go see if we can prove
Good boy.
Musa's innocence and get him out of here so that we can get out of here and steal that cannon. All right, sir. Let's do it.
Right. I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
My word, you're bristling with confidence. We still have some time, so calm down, or you'll give yourself a fit. In the meantime, I'll go and get everything ready.
Waiting for the trial to begin.
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter roughly what happened, and I trust we can settle the matter quickly and quietly. But before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grosov. King Sigismund placed his trust in you, but you don't seem to be up to the task.
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and turned them into a proper military camp. Everything here is as it should be.
Only your soldiers seem to die from time to time, eh?
There are always problems, but as you can see, I can deal with them. We caught Musa of Mali in the act. You just need to pronounce judgment.
Musa is innocent.
Christ, Henry, be quiet.
And who might you be?
That is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers. He just doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Let him speak, then.
My
I'm
bad.
sure he has something very important to tell us. Tell me, lad, why is Musa innocent, in your opinion?
Yeah, so all of this.
Well, that's simple, sir. Musa was with me and Commander Katz at the time when Chertan was stabbed.
That doesn't prove anything.
Do you think I stabbed him? From afar?
Musa of Mali will remain silent until I personally ask him a question.
Katz and the boy were drunk. Musa could easily have disappeared for a while. Nobody would have noticed him in the dark anyway.
I find that
Yeah,
hard
it's just
to
eyes and
believe.
teeth, right?
But if it wasn't
so racist.
Musa, who did kill Chertan?
Man, all right, so Crow seems like an ally. I don't like Grozov at all.
Chertan was killed by the camp commander. Grozav of Boromlaka.
What?
You scum! How dare you!
Silence!
You aren't going to let this peasant insult me, are you, sir? You should cut him down to size.
That can wait. First, I want to know how he came up with this insolent claim. And start at the beginning. What happened that night by the powder store, by your reckoning?
So Grozav owed Cheriton a lot of money, but he didn't want to pay up. So he got rid of him.
How dare you!
Are you trying to tell us you are not in debt, Sir Grozav?
Surely you'll believe a nobleman, sir? Does this boy have any proof?
Cheriton had a letter of debt hidden in his chest. It says Sir Grozav owes him a fortune.
You've been rifling through that poor man's things? What else did you steal? I'll have your hand chopped off, you louse.
But Sir Grozav, why are you getting so worked up over this simple...
Why are you, huh?
You don't have anything to hide, do you?
Do you?
Of course not.
See then? We shall continue. What happened next? You carried Cheriton to the infirmary? Isn't that right, Sir Musa?
Yes, sir. There, I gave him wine to drink, and I prepared to stitch his wounds, but he died before I could.
It seems someone poisoned the poor fella.
Grozav went to the infirmary a little before me and Katz. He could easily have had time to poison the wine Musa gave to Cheriton.
What say you, Sir Musa?
It cannot be ruled out.
Well, Sir Grozav, what actually happened?
Why are you all still listening to that dung grubber? Where would I get hold of poison?
You brewed it up yourself. I found lots of valerian in your tent, which is used to make dollmaker potion. And that's exactly what was used to kill Cheriton, sir.
That's enough. You'll die, you liar.
Silence! I've heard more than enough. Sir Grozav, you will come with me.
Me?
The king will not stand for wrongdoing among his nobles. That must be punished.
But I didn't do anything.
Don't make this harder than it need be.
Keep away from me.
Calm now, sir. Calm down.
Shut up, you worm. It's all your fault anyway. I won't let you put this on me. You hear? I'll tear you a new arsehole, you. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Well, Sir Stibor, one problem is cleared up, and another one takes its place.
I wouldn't say that. We've rid the king of one idiot. It's just a pity Cheriton had to die because of it. And I apologize to you, Sir Musa, for the unpleasantness you suffered.
My head will remain on my shoulders. That is the main thing.
What will happen to the camp now?
That is not your concern. I will personally take command. You just get rid of the corpse and clear out the royal tent for me.
With pleasure. We won't be staying long anyway, will we, Henry?
As you command, sir.
And then I do command, soldier. Go and pack.
Finally.
Have I got time to stop by the baths? There's something I need to sort out there.
All right, but hurry. I don't intend to make the journey in the dark just because you want to dip your wick one last time.
All right. So my thought process there is, obviously, he doesn't like Sigismund. That kind of puts him on our side.
No need to worry.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend. Kind of logic.
Doesn't mean I've forgotten how to hold a sword.
What about you, Musa?
For my part, I could happily have done without all this. By the way, should I prepare the infirmary?
What for? I'd rather you found someone who will get rid of that body.
I'll take care of it. Just give me a moment to get my breath back. Not so young anymore, you know?
I could brew for you a reviving tonic. If you're not afraid, after all this.
Come now. Hungarian red is the best tonic.
Oh my gosh.
If your country has done something right.
And so now the camp's lost 2 commanders, and we're gonna go out with him on a mission, not on a date. So it seems like
Scorched earth.
a lot of goodness here, causing chaos in the camp. So we'll see how that plays out. Can I talk to Musa? Nothing new. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? Nope. Can I talk to you? Can.
If only the king had more men like you.
Yeah, the world would be a better place, that's for sure. Eee. Why is this horse parked here in the middle of the way?
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
Katherine, we did it. You got your shoes on now?
It's happening. The Pragers are leaving for Sedlitz.
At last, I won't have to wash the humans' asses anymore.
Tell Zizka everything, so they're ready for the ambush.
I will. But be careful once it all starts. I wouldn't want Dry Devil blowing your brains out by mistake.
Let's go. Oh, not that one. This one.
Excuse me.
And we do have this,
I swear.
but I'm not gonna even pick that up right now. So I think that was one where we gotta have to ride out and get supplies with that guy, and if we do that, we might miss this opportunity. So, all right, let's do it.
All right, I'm ready. We can get out of here.
The sooner the better. Deserters, traitors, murders. I'm getting too old for all this. But the really heavy shit is still ahead of us.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how I'm going to explain to the king that Sir Gorzov, who he personally put in charge of his soldiers, is a murderer.
Well, maybe it won't be so bad, and Sir Stibor will back you up. I heard Sigismund wasn't too fond of Grozov.
It's just he can't say it openly because the other nobles wouldn't like it. Well, let's leave it be now. Otherwise we won't get out of here before dark. Sedlitz awaits!
Let's go.
So the devil jumps him from behind a tree. But Pa, who's already got his blood up, just grabs him by the horns, wrestles him to the ground, and then starts giving the devil such a hiding. The fur is flying off. Wait, fellas. After Pa was done with him, the devil. What the
Let's do it.
I'll show you. We'll kick your ass. Sorry.
Come on.
You're a dead man! You know that?
Don't spare him! Blood, yeah!
I'm going to get you. Sehr gut. Keine Chance. Blut.
Good dog, Ross. Show me. Yeah! Don't spare
Well. You still here?
As you can see.
What are you gonna do now? Go home to Prague?
So I have to explain to everyone what happened to Katz? I'll give that a miss, thanks. The first thing I'm going to do is collect the rest of my reward. And after that, we'll see.
Well, wouldn't you rather hang around a while longer? We're planning something big at Malashov, and we could use every pair of hands.
Now? When I'm finally going to get my coin? No thanks. The last thing I want to do now is put my neck on the line.
Well, you'd make some coin with us as well. Who knows what we'll find at Malashov?
And you wouldn't mind having a traitor among you?
I think we'd cope. What's more, I reckon you owe me.
Henry? If I knew you were going to beg like this, I'd have run off without saying farewell. All right, I'll help you. But after Malashov, I'm out. Got that?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Really.
All right, just don't start crying. And if I get killed somewhere along the way, I'll come back and haunt you.
Alright, we gotta change our clothes now, because clearly not Prager anymore. Get back in our good gear. And before I talk to anyone else, let's raid or loot.
This can't be! Please, get up! Christ, will
Who are you complaining about? These are all equipped in the same manner, so just getting the groschen and just scanning real quick for anything extra. Get the dried perch for my doggy. That's the sword, just a long sword. Knight long sword. Right. Decorative pins, ooh. Now you had decent armor, but I can't loot you. Raven's Beak. Alright, so that meets my 1,000 threshold. It's the only thing so far. Berta. Trott. Urso von Morgenstern. Why are you crawling around like a monster?
I bet you jumped too when the first shot was fired, eh?
Zizka's waiting for you.
Another Raven's Beak. Nice.
Lepiej będę miał na oku każdego, kto się zbliży.
Alright, let's check the journal and see Says Trott is just because the thing to do next. Alright. So, what do you have to say?
You f***ing traitor.
Calm down, or you'll faint again. You've lost a lot of blood.
What now? What are you going to do with me?
Oh. Should I let him go?
Well, you're a good man. You deserve an honorable death.
A commander should fall with his men. I'll show you! That's what I call an opener. I'll beat you to a bloody pulp.
Yes, sir.
Lepiej byś się pobzykał właśnie.
Got an achievement for that. I didn't see what it was, though. Question.
Uważaj, Heniek, jeszcze ktoś cię zobaczy.
900. That's close. If it were repaired, it would probably be over the line, but not worth it.
Idź se pogawędzić z Zizką.
Alright, sir. Got it. Let's go.
There. It's done.
What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
It just doesn't seem right, what we did to those people.
Not people, the enemy. Remember that. Trust me, you'll sleep a lot better. By the way, who's that fella over there? The one who fought on our side?
He's called Crow. We met in the camp. I wouldn't say he's our ally, but he's against Sigismund. He killed the Cuman's commander and blew up the ammunition store. It's a long story.
Now that's a man.
Yeah, and that's not all. I talked him into helping us at Malashov.
I'm sure that'll be a pleasant change from that lot who've settled into Devil's Den. Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcements.
What are they like?
Well, you'll see for yourself. But now, we have to get out of here first. On the way, you can tell me your long story from the camp.
Yeah, let's go.
The sooner
Already
we make
searched
ourselves
everybody.
scarce, the better.
To the task, then.
Seems like we poked a hornet's nest with that ambush, eh?
We did. And that means the Devil's Den won't be safe much longer.
Another reason not to stick around there and attack Malashov.
Well, we're in luck. Ada's just returned from a scouting mission, and he says von Burkov's at the castle.
And what about Brabant's men? You were saying you don't like the look of them.
I just don't trust them somehow. But I'll admit that Frenchman surprised me. They're no greenhorns.
We'll see how they fare in battle.
Indeed we will. We'll soon get going. Get ready, and then we'll plan what's next.
I'm gonna check that achievement. All right, it's the one I got was the Hydra's heads, and it says all 3 commanders are dead, and the powder magazine's been taken care of. Only 9.6% of players have this achievement. Also, oh yeah, the one I got the other day, the hick hick boom, making gunpowder while drunk isn't a very good idea. Only 2.6% of players have that one, so that's fun. Okay, let's check the situation here. New quest, Dancing with the Devil. After lengthy preparations, the time has come to show Otto von Bergau that he's not untouchable, even behind the walls of his Malashov castle. We've already completed the first stage of our plan to capture Sir Otto von Bergau. We'll hide the finger of God in the Devil's Den. It'll come in handy. Now we must get ready to attack Malashov castle and then report to Zizka. So, I mean, the report there. Got some talking to do, I guess. Sir.
Aye, aye, you silly doggy. Here, mutt.
Got some food.
So, mon ami, are you ready to go and capture le Seigneur von Berghoff?
Just a moment. Let me wash off. And then we're gonna repair our stuff. Other. Oh, that's the blacksmith kit. I was like, why is this here? I thought I selected the armor kit. No, I don't need to repair those. If I were trying to get experience, I would, but I don't need the experience right now.
Morning.
If you're hungry,
Morning.
just let me know.
Hang in there.
Well-aged
What is it? Do you need something?
Katherine, you made it.
What was it?
Are you coming with us to Malashov?
And what would I do there?
What's wrong? Are you upset?
Am I supposed to be happy? Ah, for Christ's sake, you're all the same. Why do I even bother trying? You'll all just end up getting killed.
If you're talking about that plan, well...
Jan still thinks it'll be easy to capture von Berghoff, but I heard what Ada said.
What did he say?
That Otto von Berghoff has that fortress full of fresh mercenaries, armed to the teeth. My God, I should have slit his throat that time I had the chance at Trotsky.
Don't worry. It won't be that tough. Brabant mustered some experienced men. It'll be easier with them.
Men! Men! As if everything revolved around you.
Well, there's a war on. We have to fight.
Have to? You have to keep killing?
Look, I just wanted to...
I don't know what you want. I can't figure you out.
That makes two of us. What's changed? We've been fighting the whole time.
Nothing's changed. Except that with every passing day, you're risking more and more. Just try not to get killed, Henry. In the meantime, I'll wait at the fortress in Sukdal. That's where we'll meet.
Sounds like she's got some feelings for Henry now.
Paying attention.
Guess bathing a man will do that. Hey, Sam, what's up?
I assume you won't be joining our offensive, right?
Under other circumstances, I would avoid battle. You're right, but this is personal. Otto von Berghoff is responsible for that slaughter in Kuttenberg. It was he who advised Sigismund to attack my people.
So you want revenge?
They plundered the synagogue, murdered dozens of people. That Mamsa must pay. I will play with him like a cat with a mouse. He will beg for mercy, for a quick death.
I understand how you feel. Once I get my hands on Markvart, there's no telling what I'll do.
I'm going to kill von Berghoff, even if Zizka is against it. It was I who got the money for everything. So no one is going to tell me what I can and cannot do. What about you? Why are you willing to fight?
I too want to get revenge on von Berghoff.
For tricking you two?
Aye, for that too. But to put it bluntly, someone has to stop him. He betrayed the king, and he should hang. And if there's anyone that can get him, then it's Zizka and the devil. That's why I'm going with them to Malashov.
All right, Crow. I see that you've changed your hat. You had the Prague ribbon around there, the white and the red. So interesting that you changed it. Do you have any more savior
Do you need
schnapps?
something?
What do you have for sale?
Yes, 3 more. We'll take it. And see if I can sell some more stuff here. I don't know why I'm still carrying this ring around.
I'd like to discuss.
Hmm.
Do we have a
That's a... Aye.
Anything new? What's my food situation like? I've got 11 dried beef, that'll be good. 41 honey, that'll last a long time. All right. Let's see what's going on over here. Guess I don't need to be drinking anymore, but it's fun.
Greetings.
I'm Zizka's friend. My name's Henry.
Oh, I've heard about you, lad.
Brabant was probably blabbing, eh?
Oh, no, not Brabant at all, but
Dangler
spoke of you.
Sorry, but I don't know who that is. Who's Dangler?
The one from the entourage of Lord Kuna of Reichwald. Of course. You recently rode together on the Sazavar River, you know.
Oh, I see. What a coincidence. Do you know Lord Kuna?
We mercenaries know one another. One day we fight side by side, the next against each other. But this time we only drank together all evening. Ha! I had a terrible hangover from it, my friend, but I haven't had so much fun in a long time.
I think Kuna was from the first game. He was from one of the DLCs, like the people Radzig had us follow or help out.
How is Lord Kuna doing? Is he healthy?
Oh, I heard you had some trouble with old Zol.
Trouble? He was a right bastard, he was. He harmed my father, my lord, and robbed his estate.
Aye. I heard he was a mercenary for the League of Lords.
Yeah, this was from the first one.
What did they tell you about me?
Only good things, like you're not a coward and you're a good fighter. Even Lord Kuna himself said he would welcome you with his retinue.
Well, I'm very honoured.
Aye, you're right. They're quite the scoundrels. Capable scoundrels, though. If Lord Kuna doesn't f*** everything up, he'll be going places.
Where were you before you came here?
Well, we spent this winter near Milan, but we only ran into Brabant here on the Loretz vineyard.
So you've known each other a long time?
I don't know about my Lord Urso, but I saw him there for the first time. An interesting group of people came together, and we drank for several nights.
Well, I'll be damned. So I was risking my neck in the Hungarian camp, and Brabant was drinking with you.
Aye, like I said, there were more people. There was also one Kuttenberg Italian named Giuseppe, who was the acting commander of the guard in the Italian court. Oh my God, you should have heard how his wife makes him suffer. It was so funny when he told it. And then Brabant started telling his stories, and then he mentioned you need help, so here we are.
How much money did Brabant promise you?
Hey, you'll have to ask Sir Urso von Morgenstern. It's his business.
So you don't know what exactly they agreed on?
I have no idea, my friend. I'm just heating up water and grating carrots here.
Seriously?
And why not, if you enjoy it?
Then you should go and see Janos Uher. He can go on about cooking for hours and hours.
Ah, you see?
Be sure you ask him
Finally,
about
a
his
kindred
sausage.
Spirit, someone who knows what's important in the world.
What weapons do you have? And how many of you are there?
Well, I prefer a warhammer, but most of us can fight with whatever's at hand. Anyway, we're renowned archers, and our Hagen even recently won a tournament in Nuremberg. He defeated the famous Hawkeye Schmidt there. Now that man was so pissed off that he threw his crossbow into the Pegnitz River by mistake and couldn't fish it out.
Are you a cook?
Aye, but it's no big deal. I just got sick and tired of eating that disgusting slop on the road, so I learned to cook.
That's actually a pretty good reason. And are you any good at it?
Well, the men don't complain, so I can't be all that bad. Even Sir Urso himself praised me recently.
Ah. And does your lord have a discerning palate?
Does he ever? He likes sweets, but he enjoys good Italian food above all. Aye, Italy. What a land. Great wine, beautiful women, and delicious food. Every mercenary likes to go back there. First Geld, oder für die Freude.
What does that mean? Fürs Geld, and so on and so forth.
First Geld, oder für die Freude. For money or for joy. That's the motto of our lord, Sir Urso von Morgenstern. And it's quite fitting for mercenaries like us, don't you think?
Aye, I reckon it is. Actually, it makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. One or both of them. There's no other reason to risk your skin.
I'd like to ask you something.
Well, let's hear it.
What is your lord like? Can you tell me something about Sir Urso?
I can't say a single bad thing about him. First of all, it give me a thrashing. And second, there's no reason to. He's strict but fair, and always has money. In fact, he has so much he can buy those silly trinkets of his.
What are you talking about?
You know, his books, sculptures, and weird fragments he's always carrying around. He's completely mad for those Roman antiques. He collects all kinds of things and can talk about them with other people who are just like him.
So he's scholarly and can read?
I don't know about that. I've never seen him read, but he looks through his books often. And the money
There's not much
he is
difference.
willing to pay for a piece of Greek rock, it's enough to make one cry. He's so crazy about those ancient fairy tales, he even named his horse after some monsters or something like that. It was good to see you, my friend.
All right, got some info there. But don't pee on the supplies, all right? Lardy Pete, Mercenary Pike, you guys need to take a break there. All right, so I'm guessing you're the guy.
Good morning, son.
Good morning and good luck.
And death to Sigismund.
You should wash off, sir. You're looking a bit rough.
Are you better?
That's what I just said. Anyway, do you think I'd miss out on the chance to hack a chunk off Otto's arse?
You're not the only one. After what he did to Samuel's people.
I'm more pissed off about how he handed our arses to us at Rabos. He chased us off like rabbits, the f***er.
How could von Bergov have found out about our meeting in Rabors? Could someone have betrayed us?
I don't know. But there's no point in trying to figure it out. It wasn't any of the captured lords. And if any of their men talked, well, we'll never know now.
Did Zizka tell you how he plans to attack Malashov?
I think it's obvious. We have to lure von Bergau into a trap, then quietly grab him.
Then what do we need that cannon for?
Now, in case our ruse doesn't go according to plan. And I'm itching to fire that f***ing contraption. These toys that use gunpowder pretty much even the odds. But they cost as much as a virgin whore. Aye, if we'd had one of them fat beauties with us at Snoimo, that would have been something.
Aren't those guys sad that you're just letting them sit there?
No, they're not. All right, let's talk to this guy, see what he's up to.
Gepriesen sei der Herr.
Excuse me, but I'd like to ask you how many men you have with you, sir.
Meine Truppe ist nicht groß, but for your purposes, I think it will suffice. Außer den Leuten here in the camp. I also have Soldaten nearby, and if need be, they will go with us. Doch wir werden abwarten, according to what Hauptmann Zizka says.
What did you agree with Goodman Brabant? How much did he promise you?
Enough to risk meinen Hals, my neck, for you. Half of the reward in coin, in advance, and half in booty on the spot. You pay for any losses of the horses and archers. If your plan fails, you shall pay us the rest of the money we would otherwise get.
So you already know what the plan is?
All I know is you want to capture some small fortress. You get inside, we take care of the rest. Kein Stürmen der Mauern und no sieges. Just a quick, clean job for my men.
What weapons do you have? What can we rely upon in combat?
Meine Truppe has the power of eine Lanze, and my people are experienced archers. We know how to take care of ourselves.
And how many of you are there?
Here in the camp, I have my Armiger Hagen Trott, 2 free archers and a combat hostler. Alles Gute und unerschütterliche Jungs.
What experience do your men have? Where have they fought before?
Das ganze letzte Jahr we fought in Italy for Sir Musio Sforza, and we wintered near Milan.
Who were you fighting against? And did you win?
Unfortunately, this time Il Capitano Barbiano was luckier and beat our Musio in battle. But it was not a bad year. Italien ist ein großartiges Land. I think we shall head south again in the autumn. I'm certain Milan will soon rise against Florence, and there'll be a new war.
I've heard you collect old things. Is that true?
Aha. My reputation precedes me, eh? Do you know anyone around here with a similar interest?
Well, I only know a few, collectors of valuables. But you're said to be interested in fairy tales and precious stones.
Mythologie. It's called mythology, and not stones, but noble fragments of art from Roman times.
What does that mean?
What do you not understand? Mythologie or the art?
Yeah, tell me about mythologie.
Please explain the mythology.
Well, I appreciate your interest, but I can hardly explain to you something so extensive and complex. Moreover, most Greek mythology is written in Latin.
Do you speak Latin, sir?
Mein Gott, I'm a collector, not some scholar who has to understand everything and at all costs. Viel Erfolg, Heinrich.
Okay. Well, these guys seem to be legit. History Troyana. Though they do also seem to be a bit strange. I don't know what the word is here. Alright, I'm gonna talk to him. I'm not gonna dice with him though.
Schönen Tag. Was willst du, mein Herr?
My name's Henry, and I'm a friend of Zizka's. I came here to see who Brabant brought us.
Ja, ich weiß, wer du bist. Brabant spoke to my lord, Sir Urso, about you. He said you want to do something big. Worum geht es denn?
Well, unfortunately, I can't tell you many details. I don't even know them myself. Zizka is being awfully secretive about it.
Macht nichts. Das ist egal. A war is meant to be fought, especially if you pay us well. Fürs Geld oder für die Freude?
What weapons do you have? And how many of you are there?
Entschuldigung, mein Freund. But you'd better talk about that with Herr von Morgenstern. Die ganze Truppe, including the horses, belong to Sir Urso.
All right. I'll ask him later.
Ganz wie du willst. And if you want to play some dice with me, I'm at your service.
Not right now, thanks. And they've got gear. They're well dressed, and not well armored. A little disturbing. Let's see who this is. Lardy Peter. Picking some herbs. Mm-hmm. Alright, let's get back down here. See what else we can find out. Where's Godwin? There's Hans, there's Godwin. Alright.
Good doggy, good boy.
Check on him.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you should. Pay more attention.
What do you know about the attack on Malashov?
You're asking the wrong fella, Henry.
Do you think we stand a chance of taking von Berghoff?
Well, if anyone can do it, it's Zizka and the devil. Although I'm not saying it'll be easy. Or that I approve.
How's that?
God doesn't lead us by the hand. We have to find our own path to him. Or at least try to. And I'm not sure just how much divine mercy that pair deserve.
I heard you fought in the Battle of Kosovo. Is that true?
Why wouldn't it be?
No, it's just... It happened a long time ago.
Are you saying I'm old?
No, I meant...
I'm saying you look older than your father, but maybe it's all the life of drinking, huh?
That's me. I was at the Battle of Kosovo many years ago. 14, if I'm not mistaken.
So how did it happen? Tell me. I don't think I can quite imagine such a massive battle. How many soldiers were there?
Countless, lad. I'd never seen so many take the field. At least 10,000 men on our side. And Sultan Murad must have had at least twice as many with him.
So how did the battle go?
Lord forgive me, but it went to sh*.
Could you be more specific?
Specific? Well, I only know what people said after the battle. When you're in the midst of it, you don't see what's happening around you.
Which was?
Oh, it's hard to describe. Attacks are followed by retreats, and between that, only fatigue and dust.
So what happened?
When the battle began, the Serbian cavalry crushed the Turkish left flank. It looked good for us, but alas, that was just the beginning. Soon, we got ours too. We fought valiantly, but they pushed us back, and in the meantime, they hit our center. The Sultan's Janissaries attacked us there. Damn devils, and raised all hell. Rivers of blood soaked the ground.
How could you survive something like that?
You can't give up, and death isn't an option. But then a rumor spread that Prince Lazar had fallen, and everything began to crumble. But he was a tough old warrior of the Nemanjic royal blood. He wouldn't give up just like that. With an arrow in his eye, he climbed his horse and rode straight for the Sultan. That's how he saved us. The battle then lasted until evening. But no one had the strength to force the enemy to retreat.
And where did you fight?
In the saddle. I'm a nobleman, after all. But I lost 3 horses under me. So in the end, I also fought on foot. Most of us mercenaries were on the left flank, under the command of Vlatko Vukovic. But he soon got wounded, and the men began to flee. I mean, if it wasn't for Nicholas Gabriel, we wouldn't be talking here today.
And who was that?
The commander of our company. A born warrior, and a good friend. In fact, Zizka reminds me of him a bit sometimes. In any case, the fact that Gabriel had taken a command at that point meant our flank did not buckle, and the Ottoman rabble did not cut us to pieces as we fled.
So who won in the end?
The battle lasted all day, and in the end no one knew who had won, because both sides left the field. Only later did we find out. Prince Lazar had fallen there alongside all his Serbian nobility. Still later came the news that Lazar had been captured and executed by the Turks the day after the battle.
They executed a prince?
Aye. They beheaded him. Because someone had slit their sultan's throat like a piglet.
So you didn't win?
It's hard to say. We held our own against the odds and survived. Only without their prince. It was just a matter of time before Serbia fell into the new Ottoman Sultan's lap. Fortunately, I didn't stick around to see it. All the same, even as I'm telling it, it strikes me what an adventure it was.
Yeah.
I suppose
Adventure.
time heals all kinds of shit. In the end, you forget the bad things. And yet, I can only thank God that Nicholas Gabriel was there.
Your captain?
Aye, him. We actually became friends of sorts. He even taught me one of his sword tricks.
He did?
Aye, really. I could even show you sometime. A memory of the good man who saved my arse on that day.
Oh, the payoff for that conversation. Teach me, sir.
Would you show me the swordsmanship technique Commander Nicholas taught you back in Kosovo?
Well, why not? I'd be happy to show it to you.
Hans is like, I just want to go downstairs.
Is up to you. Oh, at any rate, you need to be quick and thorough. Because for once, you aren't attacking the head directly, but rather the opponent's sword. When you knock it aside, you open up space for a deadly blow. Now come and try it a few times.
All right. Now I know another combo that I'll probably never use. Let's see. Player combos. 9 out of 10. One more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing 8. I have 8 on this one. Not 5. All right, let's talk to Hans and then we just want to play dice, I'm sure. Katherine, are you working here now? I mean, I guess. Whole bunch of men. Somebody's got to clean up. Not saying that that's a woman's job. Just saying that
So,
men are pigs.
Mon ami, are you ready to go?
Where are you going, Hans? Oh. Rude.
Why is it so important to capture Otto von Berghoff?
Isn't it obvious?
Pray enlighten me.
Look, Otto von Berghoff is the supreme chamberlain of this land. He's in charge of all the royal towns and monasteries, meaning he is worth his weight in silver.
So, it's ransom we're after?
Not quite. Von Berghoff is one of the leaders of the League of Lords against the king. If we want the lords to free our king, we have to force them to do it. And capturing von Berghoff would be the best way to do that.
And to think, until recently, you couldn't give a damn about politics. How does Zizka want to attack Malashov?
He didn't tell me much, but I got the impression it'll be a bit different compared to the usual tactics. A major operation.
Such secrecy. It almost seems like he doesn't trust us.
True. Zizka's being damn tight-lipped. But I don't blame the man. After Raborsch, Sigismund had a lot of our people arrested, and I'm sure a lot more are frightened. Any of them could betray us.
Exactly.
You think there could be a spy amongst us?
Doubtful. All of us here would gladly stab Sigismund in the gut.
Well, that traitor von Berghoff.
Brabant and I still owe him quite a bit of payback. I can't wait to see the look on his face when we take him captive.
What do you think about the Dry Devil?
Hinek? I think he's a right bastard. But I'd rather fight with him than against him.
So why does Zizka trust him so much?
Hinek is Jobst's ally, and Sigismund is their common enemy.
Hinek and Jobst didn't seem to have a very good relationship. Alright, I think we have talked to everybody over here. There are beehives over here. Who knew? Get some more honey. I don't know. I may have known. I may have seen that before, but just not remembered it. All right. I think that's going to do it for this episode. We're at just under an hour, so good timing. And we'll pick it up from here next time. And we'll talk to Zizka and proceed to see what's going to happen next, because it may be a big one. Seems like it will be.
Here, mutt.
So be sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, be good.
You silly mutt. Aye, come here.